Kulüpler Dünya Kupası'nın yeni formatı hakkında ne düşünüyorsunuz? Takım sayısının artması sizce rekabeti artıracak mı?
It depends on how you look at it. Some will be very happy about it. I'm from Africa. I will be happy about it because those clubs representing Africa, will make a lot of money, participating, and they will make a lot of money if they progress, in the competition. So some will be happy about it, some won't be happy about it. But it's just football. That's just the way it is now. It's all about finance.
Futbolcular sıkışık fikstürden sıkça şikayet ediyor. Şimdi Kulüpler Dünya Kupası ile hem takım sayısı hem de maç sayısı arttı. Oyuncuların bu duruma tepkisi sizce nasıl olacak?
We are, at that period where managers complain, players complain, but the fans are happy. The fans want to watch football 365 days, of the year. That's just the business right now. And some will say, the players are being paid a lot of money, then they shouldn't complain. But the truth of it is, players are not, are not machines. So they need that particular, period to rest. But at the same time, again, you have to look at clubs, the financial angle of it. They need to, to have depth in their team. And if they don't, they struggle. But like I said earlier, managers are not happy, players are not happy, and fans are happy. So you just have to balance it and just get it right.
Arda Güler son dönemde Real Madrid'in ilk 11'inde yer almaya başladı. Bu turnuvada da daha fazla süre alması bekleniyor. Sizce yeni sezon öncesi bu turnuva Arda için ne kadar önemli?
Well, we all know he didn't get a lot of playing time with Ancelotti, but now with the Alonso, the new manager coming in, he likes using young players, and Gulen is one of the best young players at the moment, and he is a player that definitely will flourish, playing. This season, if he gets that playing time, because he has shown it, towards the end of the season, in some games, and he's been incredible. So he will use the World Club, Cup to showcase the preseason angle of it, and to show Alonso that he's ready to start each game.
Porto'da oynayan Türk forvet Deniz Gül, oyun stili olarak Alexander Isak'a benzetiliyor. Henüz 20 yaşında ve büyük bir potansiyele sahip. Sizce bu Isak benzetmesi doğru mu?
Well, Dennis, yes, he has shown a lot of promise. Isak is one of the best number 9s, in the world right now, doing his thing with Newcastle in the EPL. But some players don't like to be compared to some certain players. Isak is not. He's still playing. He's not the old player that you're comparing a 20-year-old to him. Players like that should be compared to Ronaldo de Lima, players like that. Because those are great legends in the game that have stopped playing. But it's good to see that the promise that he has, the comparison. To some certain players, but at 20, I think he has a lot of years to play football, and then we'll wait and see what the years uphold for him, because Ishak too has a lot of years to play in football.
Eğer bir teknik direktör olsaydınız, bu turnuvada en iyi 11'inizi mi oynatırdınız? Yoksa rotasyona gidip yedek oyunculara mı şans verirdiniz?
I always talk about football is all about money, and it's all about depth. And if you don't have the money, you don't have the depth. If you have the money, you have the depth. And it depends on which league you are playing, and it depends on which position you always finish. Because some certain players want to go to some certain club because they need to play in some certain, competitions. Playing your best 11, yes, but can your best 11 stay through the season with a lot of football that is being played nowadays? It's very tough. So you need that depth, to comfort, your first 11, because there's a lot of football being played, and if you are lucky enough without injuries, you can keep managing the 11, but you need that depth to sustain, your season.
Kulüpler Dünya Kupası'nda Afrika'yı Mamelodi Sundowns, Wydad, Esperance ve Al Ahly temsil edecek. Bu takımlar hakkında biraz bilgi verebilir misiniz? Sizce bu takımlardan biri sürpriz yapabilir mi?
No doubt, because when you talk about African football, Esperance, Al Ahly, Mamelodi Sundowns, with that, those names always pop up because these are the teams that every year, in the Confederation Cup or the African Champions League, always find a way to finish in the top 4 in the finals and even win it. So will they pull a threat? Definitely, yes. They have the qualities too, and it's an opportunity because now we have a lot of teams representing, the continent at the World Club Championship. So definitely it will be fun to see, how far they can go. But I'm sure the world will know that they're not going to take it slightly. And of course, finance, it will boost, a lot when it comes to, the money that the club will receive participating and if they go far.
Inter forması giyen Hakan Çalhanoğlu son 3 sezonda 2 kez Şampiyonlar Ligi finaline çıktı. Sizce son yılların en başarılı Türk futbolcusu olabilir mi? Onu dünyanın en iyi orta sahalarından biri olarak görür müsünüz?
I think Hakan has paid his dues. Playing in the Serie A, and finding himself in 2 finals of the Champions League. Definitely he has propelled his pedigree when it comes to football. To say he's the greatest, some will agree, some will not agree because you have the likes of Hakan Şükür, who have done it all, and for me as a striker, if you say who is one of the best players that came out of Turkey, I will tell you definitely has Hakan Şükür. So, but he has played in 2 Champions League. He's 31 years old. Does he have more years to play and justify him being the best that came out of Turkey? Maybe in another 5 or 6 years if he keeps himself pretty well. But for me, one of the greats of Turkey, I will go with Hakan Şükür.
Saat farkı nedeniyle bazı maçlar geç başlayacak. Bu maçları izlemek için planınız nedir? Sizce bu maçlar uykusuz kalmaya değer mi?
It depends. It depends who and who is playing that I really want to watch. I love my sleep, so but football is football. Football is our life. So even if we want to sleep, the body won't allow us to sleep. We just have to stay and watch. I don't have a problem with that. I will stay up and watch all the games that I need to watch. Like I said, football is my life.
Juventus'un Türk yıldızı Kenan Yıldız, kulüp efsanesi Del Piero'ya benzetiliyor. Kenan'ın idolü de Del Piero ve onun gibi 10 numaralı formayı giyiyor. Bu turnuvada da onu sık sık izleyeceğiz. Geleceği hakkında ne düşünüyorsunuz?
Well, Kenan, like I said, a comparison of players. Kenan has been compared to one of the greats that ever played the game in the midfield, Del Piero. Del Piero has showcased, some beautiful style of football that everybody that supports Juventus or love the beautiful game of football always enjoy watching Del Piero. And for me, of course, a Nigerian, I will not forget Del Piero because we have a lot of Juventus fan base in Nigeria, and it's good to see the young man being compared to Del Piero. He's 20 years old, a lot of future ahead for him, and it's good to see that he have learned a lot from Del Piero since he is a big fan and he idolized Del Piero, and he's lucky enough for for Juventus to give him the number 10 jersey. So if you've been given the number 10 jersey, then it means you have a lot of promise. So wish him all the very best, and if he wants to be compared and reckoned the way it's supposed to be, I think he should score more goals, because it's very important. I think this season, I think out of 30 plus games, I think he scored only 7 goals. And if you want to be compared to the greats, you have to score many goals, because Del Piero always hit the back of the net.
Sizce bir Türk takımı bu turnuvada yer almalı mı? Türk kulüpleri de katılsa turnuva daha heyecanlı olmaz mıydı?
You asking me like if I say a Nigerian team should be in the tournament. You have to earn your place to be in the tournament. That's just the way it is. So if you don't earn your place, just gonna throw you in there. But it's good to see, the Turkish football, like the players that are invading the Turkish league. They are quality players, but it will have been fun. It will be really fun, because the way we are passionate about our football in Turkey, the stadium would have been crazy if a team like Beşiktaş or Fenerbahçe or Galatasaray representing in the Turkey, it would have been a wow, watching those games. But all the same, we have to earn our place, and hopefully the next tournament we will be there as a Turkey nation.